get your vice grips to be able to grab onto that, and now we want to get that spring back. So a little bit of leverage like so, and using the shoulder of the handbrake to do it, and there we go. Okay, so we've got the handbrake cable or e-brake connected, yeah, and we've got the springs, so the shoes are loaded, if you like, yeah. Alright, had to get this brake accessory kit, a shoe kit, right, APEC. It does CITROEN, C25, Fiat Ducato, Ford Maverick, Nissan, CITROEN, and Vanet, Peugeot J5, etc., with the yields. A lot of 83s to 94s and okay, so we've had to get this brake accessory kit, a shoe kit, right, APEC. It does CITROEN, C25, Fiat Ducato, Ford Maverick, Nissan, CITROEN, and Vanet, Peugeot J5, etc., with the yields. A lot of 83s to 94s and 93s, yeah, so up to 96 in the Ford section. And what we really wanted it for was these pins that keep the to keep the brake shoes on, yeah. They were really weak, so I didn't want to take a chance with that. And we also have these little guys, you know, that go onto them. So yeah, and the springs, of course, you know, new springs, etc. Yeah, good little kit. You get us out of bother. Vice grips. Got this guy here, the snips, and we've got to get our handbrake lever or e-brake lever attached to this guy, yeah. It can be so basically it goes in there like that, yeah, and then we've got to get the spring back. So get your vice grips to be able to grab onto that, not too tight obviously, but, and now we want to get that spring back. So a little bit of leverage like so, and using the shoulder of the handbrake to do it, and there we go. A lot of people struggle with that one. Now that's in where it's supposed to be. Now we want to get it into that shoe, if you like, and now we put our pin, our spring, and our clip. Another awkward little job. So basically we need this pin, the spring, and this little guy goes over the top, yeah, so he needs pressing in. So we'll see how we get on with that one. Okay, one more thing guys, a little bit of copper grease. I don't know if you can see that or not, if you can make that out, but little bit of copper grease on the top of the screwdriver, just a little smudging. Keep things where there's friction and plate movement, yeah. You don't want to get it too much, just a little. It stops wear, yeah. Stops the screeching as well, yeah. You can get screeching. Okay. It's just a tiny little bit where it meets, yeah. Okay. See that little hole there? And the pin goes through there, right? And that will line up. That will line up with that hole on the brake shoe, yeah. Now we have the spring. Again, I don't have the tool for this, guys, yeah, but basically that little slit on there, right, goes on there, gets pressed in. Okay, we're going to try this. So we've got our little guy there, keep him at like straight, that slot, and put it into the first of the vice grips, right, and then adjust the vice grips until, because we don't want to squash it, it's just to hold it for us like that, yeah. Now this is tricky, and anybody who knows or has done this, obviously there's a little tool for it, but I might have to move you back a bit, guys. Okay, so again at the back we push that pin, okay, and that bit goes flying off. So now put that on there like that, and then offer this guy into him. Sorry for moving you now, guys, but yeah. This is our redneck way of doing it without squeezing and damaging that little wash or clip or whatever we want to call it, just to get it to sit in, yeah. And that keeps, that's it, yeah. And now we do the other side. Got to be in here, yeah, behind, that's the little shoe, it's got to be in there behind that. Wheel sits in there, the brake shoe sits in there, yeah. We've got our copper grease, and the same down here. I think I've put some in, I'll check it, and we'll go ahead with the next one, yeah. Now we can do springs as well, obviously. And if you're unsure about any of this, guys, take a photograph before you start, yeah. If you're doing it for the first time or whatever, make sure that you see how everything goes and the location of everything, yeah, because this spring turned around could be a nightmare. Catch on, it could foul on the handbrake lever, you can see there, you know, and it won't let you do it. So, you know, yeah, if you're doing this, you know, just be aware how it all assembles, yeah, and that everything is working right before you close it all up. Okay, guys, take a photograph of it before you undo anything. That's not to say that it's correct, because the previous guy might have chanced his arm and put it back, you know, preferably if you have a manual. Yeah. Okay, so you'll see I've removed the spring, which again you need to be careful. That was in there and in here, and if you do take the spring out and you can't remember, well, then you can see little, you might be able to, you know, recognize that there's little marks where the spring goes around the very corner of the steel. You know, it could help you out if you're lost and you don't have that picture again, you know, or you haven't taken the photograph. But basically we're putting that one there, spring to the right hand side. We got it from here. Yeah. The automatic adjuster, so you can see, sits in and sits on that wheel and turns that wheel accordingly as it needs it. And this spring goes up right over to that one, yeah? Or is it this one? I'm not sure myself now. I'm going to have a look at the photograph. So your adjuster, we can take that out, yeah? Basically goes on that pin and in under there, yeah? Goes across and sits on this e-brake lever, yeah? Here. Okay. So if we transfer to our new shoe, right? This guy. Yeah. Okay, so that goes up under that, like that. We're not going to change the adjustment on that because we're not actually, I've decided I'm not changing the handbrake cable. Okay, and this is just a top spring, which again looks identical on both ends, so we can't really, you know, we got it from there, and I'll look in the photograph, but I'm sure it was there. It was, but it might have been there, I'm not sure, guys. There you can see there, or inside. It looks like it was there actually from the markings. Yeah, I'm going to look at the photograph to check that one, guys, because I did take a photograph of it all before I disassembled it. Yeah, I'm sure it was in there. Yeah, didn't really want to go in there, but I wouldn't be surprised if you just, you know, it could go in. It's almost there. Yeah, so we've got that bit done. Yeah, so we'll offer that up and link it. Okay, see where we go from there. Okay guys, so you saw me there, I put a little bit of copper grease around areas, like I said, any areas where there's friction. I've also hung this little spring, can you see that, for the adjuster, auto adjuster. I'm hoping it's auto adjuster. So that's hanging down. We also have this one at the bottom. I'll show you that in a second. It's just to get this in position. And again, it should line up with the hole for the pin round the back, yeah? But that's the area there, a friction area that we put the glue on, or the copper grease on. And now, if I can do this, so like I say, it's that hole there. This pin was be coming through, yeah. So This guy goes on there. This guy goes up underneath him. Let's make sure all that's together. You'd want to be an octopus, guys. Yeah, you'd want to be an octopus. Okay. It's basically about hooking up this shoe at the minute, getting it inside at the bottom down here. And now magic happens. Just level up the spring a little bit. Okay. Okay, this spring here comes down to this guy. Like so, that gets this guy tensioned, yeah. Now okay, so we've got the handbrake cable or e-brake connected, yeah. And we've got the springs, so the shoes are loaded, if you like, yeah. All right. I've also got my little pins in there, yeah. And now try and get it down around the saddle at the bottom. There's a bit of pressure on it. I better get you over to the side, guys, because there maybe. That's one of our pins out. Maybe the handbrake cable is getting caught, I'm not sure yet. Handbrake cable can lock up. There's a little plug in the back there that sometimes gets in the way. I say sometimes because it happened a while ago. I was trying to fit this up. Let's keep pushing it out. That's exactly what was wrong. A little plug. The handbrake needs to be. Yeah, so maybe that'll do. If we do this, that'll let it in where it should go. Look at the boss. Hey. You saying bye? Okay guys,